Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Today is Tuesday, what's the date? 16th of February. We're halfway through this month. Yeah, we are already. It's only 28 days in this year, right? There's not a leap year. I keep getting all that mixed up. I love that every 4 years we get an extra day. Isn't that interesting though? Time, dates, months, years, weeks, all of this stuff that a scientist somewhere, some way, I'm not even sure when exactly, I'd have to look that up, came up with the clock, calendar, probably the Romans. Um, I say probably, I don't know. And how interesting is it that really the planet just keeps on twisting and turning, forward movement, we keep going. Does it matter we get an extra day every 4 years? No, not really. Does it change us? No, not really. We just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Like it just keeps going. Um, which is a really good segue for today's card. What have I been experiencing? The growth, as we've talked about. And I like to share what's happening really with me, not because I, I think that you're all that interested in it, but I think it helps to land my message that we're all, I hate this expression, we're all in this together. And yet we are. And what can I say? To the purpose that gets me up in the morning and gets me motivated every single day is this: to find the things that empower me to hopefully land what will hopefully inspire you, and to spread that out. I spent a long time and experience not having those loops, those connections to the good stuff getting spread out and the good stuff getting spread out. I knew when I felt great and things were going along wonderfully well, and now I reflect, excuse me, on the areas, opportunities, people, places, situations that have come into my life, and I've been shown, the tough stuff and the good stuff. And I think when we've had enough of the tough stuff, we want the good stuff. And it gets to a point where the tough stuff keeps showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up, until it bashes us on the side of the head and say, enough already, I can't deal with this, I'm done, forget it. Which is really the lesson I was talking about yesterday about paddling upstream, swimming upstream against the tide. You get pulled under with that. I don't know quite how old I was when I woke up and realized, wow, this is a pretty good life. And here's goosebumps. So goosebumps are, now I'm learning that they're sort of like angel kisses, they're guided kisses, they're affirmations that they're here, that there's an energy around us always. When you get those goosebumps, when you get that, oh, I've got goosebumps all over, that's just a message for you. There you go, it goes again. When I was little, I tell a funny story. I, used to ask my grandmother where people go when they get out of their body, because she always said that people don't really die, because I think she was worried about that I would think that, oh, they go in the, because I was thinking, well, why do people put people in a box and put them under the ground and bury them with worms? And it's not very nice. I mean, really horrible. I mean, I don't want to be, and that was my fear as a little boy, that I did not want to be stuck in the ground in a dirt box. No, thank you. That wasn't for me. So she said, no, 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 no. That's just, what's left. That's just earth to earth. You go back to the earth. You sort of have to, your material. So that's kind of when I got my idea that, oh, we're a spirit inside a body. We're just using this whole little outfit to do what we got to do. Anyway, one time I said, well, exactly how does that work? How does that happen? How do you get up? You're a child. Where do you come out of your body? How do you climb up out of that? Is there an opening here? Do you come out your nose, your ears? Where do you come out of your body? I'm about to sneeze, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Um, anyway, she said, well, she told a story about Jesus being crucified on the cross, and 2 days later they go to the tomb and he's gone, and all that's left is the his whatever burial robes. There's a name for it. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, she said, they ascend. And she talked about Ascension Day and all of this up into heaven. And my my childish mind said, whoa, wait a minute here. How do they miss the airplanes? How does an airplane not hit these people on their way to heaven? I don't remember what she said, but I can only imagine that she would just chuckle and giggle just like I am. Anyway, that's just a silly story about sharing with you how I discovered what all this was really about, just by innocently asking questions. And that brings me to all of us asking the right kind of questions. So in my work as sort of the hairdresser, when someone's telling me what they're looking to do, I get folks that will say, well, up the back like this and the sides like that and the front does this and my hair does that. They're going on several journeys in one conversation. There's not one place that you go with it. I'm listening silently and asking, what's the best question I can ask here? So we usually start off with, tell me what you do with it. How long you spend working with it. Do you like doing certain things with it? Do you like how it changes? What about the length? And this is where you get the journey. The listening for something that picks up a spark and picks up a lift and picks up a piece of, oh, that's what they like. That's what I'm seeing. And sometimes when that energy is wide open, when you get people to talk about creativity and joyfully talk about their hair, talk about themselves, Pandora's box. You have an open channel, an open vessel to get to really the joy. Here's what I'll explain about spirituality. I love how respectful spirit world is, whether it's guides or angels or anybody that comes to give me a message. They're incredibly respectful. They don't push themselves on. Some of the spirits I have encountered that I've talked on, that have typically been people that have lived here, are so dying to say something. They're so on the verge of wanting to just blurt something out, that I have to ask the question, is this really relevant for right now? I've experienced before where, mentally I'll ask a question. I've got somebody in front of me looking for a reading, or they've got a question on their mind about something, and I can feel over this side, or typically it's on my right, that the person's appearing, and they're blah, 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 blah. I have to say, wait a minute, hang on, wait, because they're going so rapid. It's like a sewing machine, like this. The information's coming, and it's not necessarily appropriate for the person that's here, because they don't get it, they understand it. Couldn't quite, not saying they're silly, they haven't got there yet, haven't opened that part of the learning yet, haven't got to that piece. And that's not to say that I'm able to do something they can't. I just don't question it. I just go with it. This is what's coming. The discerning part for all of us is learning to follow the bliss of it. So typically folks want resolution and an ending to something that's not good. We want the stuff that we love and that we want to keep going to continue. When we come up against these roadblocks, junctions, turning points, questions about whether we should or whether we shouldn't, it goes with, what do you want? Because, destiny and fate is all part of the purpose. So if we're very certain about our purpose, what we want to have happen. Most people are not. They've got an idea. And the challenge with having an idea, they're great ideas. They really are. Haha. Then the second guess pops in, that ego. When ego comes in to play its tricks, it's the second guessing. The doubt. There's doubt. Now, there's two ways to look at doubt. One, your internal, and I'm going to talk about your second and third chakra, that root area. You're grounded, so you've got rooted, so you're rooted into an idea. That second energy center, the reproductive, the creativity center, that's the place, the stirring, the worrying, that, I love that part, your passion point. And then the one right above it, the powerhouse, that solar plexus. Those are the two areas of your body that talks about the physical transformation of where we're going next. Those that's a part of the engine, the human engine that works. So the doubt, when this is not necessarily my highest good, that idea pops into your head. Are you sure about this? Then the energy centers respond with, you should do it. If you get that excited, yeah, you should do this. You should so go do this. Then you follow it. Your heart's involved. All your energy centers line up. Somehow, when that's strong enough, fate will put you on the path of destiny to follow what you're meant to. The difference when it comes to, okay, I've got a spirit guide here say, get to the point, tell the point. Okay, wait a minute. The point I'm making is, follow your bliss, follow the joy, follow what lights you up, follow what really brings you into that level of balance and harmony. There you go, I got the goosebumps, and the spirit's doing this. Am I over here? Like, thank you, got to the point. Well, I can't help if I like to chat. Hell, sorry. There is a thing I wrote down the other day. Balance, desire, and belief to get to expectation. There's desire, the bliss, the good stuff, the dollop of, oh, great, this is wonderful, this is working. Then there is the belief of it. The ego doesn't believe it's possible. The ego sends the, oh, don't do that, stop it, oh, for goodness sake, oh, gracious me, oh, the one that wants to steal your light. Remember that? So the way to keep that going is to listen for physical people or mental people, like your spirit guides, to see what the response is. Because typically, if you're following bliss, like my bliss is, let's see, where's my bliss live? Oh, the animals, the dogs. Although yesterday they weren't very blissful. All this rain, all this muck, all this mud. I've got no grass in the backyard. I've got nothing but a wet, sloppy clay playing field. You know those football fields where they play on the grass and it all gets nasty and mucky after a rainstorm? Well, that mess was all in my kitchen. I was not a happy camper yesterday. I went off. Anyway, got it cleaned up, worked it, got it all swept away, and we're done. Anyway, I digress. So our card for today, no word of a lie, is this one. Joy and contentment. I pulled one card for a day because now I'm learning a little bit more about this angel certification course, which I like. There's parts of it I like doing. I'm learning. Um, I learned yesterday through one of these seminars that there are some psychics out there, some mediums out there that use spirits and they don't necessarily use a card. Um, in the question was from that person, do you use cards or not use cards? I think they're a good focal point if you are looking to invoke an angel message, like a daily message or a quick reading or a let's see what the cards say. But ultimately, if you have the ability, which we all do, I have to keep on saying that we all have the ability to speak to the spirit because we all come from that place. And when you start waking up to the messages that spirits are telling you, they are singing and they are dancing and they are letting you know, yes, you've got it, you're here, and you've arrived. And that's the energy that we're moving forward with. Anyway, let's just talk about today's joy and contentment. So the joy and contentment is what today's message is for you to follow. What does Kyle say about this? 'Cause I really like to honor the the authors of these cards and these guidebooks that go with them, because I think it's important. Somebody writes a piece, writes a story, it all can get so messed up if you're not really truthful. So the extended message of this is talking about, if you find yourself sad or drained or overwhelmed, know that this is all about to change. In order to usher positive energy into your life, your angels are encouraged. Your angels are encouraging you to do what makes you feel alive, whether you're drawn to pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature or with loved ones, or even having a digital detox. You're being guided to make these moves now. Anything that makes you feel positive, blessed, and joyful will support you in magnetizing more of these feelings and experiences into your life. Your angels are waiting to shine their light and love on your world. So call them and bring in that love right now. So I talk about being your bliss and following your bliss all the time. We're at a time in our life where this is like we're approaching the first year of when we all got shut down, when we all realized that there's this awful virus disease that's basically claiming the lives of many people. And, I got clear, I guess, last week that, well, we're probably going to be wearing these masks for a while. I think people will get more creative with them. I do believe there's manufacturers probably out there working on really seriously outfits that we can use to where we can put these things on, still see each other, still be able to recognize each other's faces, but we've just got a hat on with a mask on it, and we can go about our business doing that. I would absolutely love that. I find the pulling stuff around my face and tucking around my ears a bit constricting. The end of the day, this whole area of my face is all bright red, and I'm now finding that I'm having to put on extra moisturizer or cleansing creams or something like that on my face because my skin's irritated. So I can totally see the day where a manufacturer of headgear comes up with a breathable type of mask that has a membrane to it. It's probably out there already, that we pop on, like it's not so much skin tight, that has a little bit of air to breathe, but still protects us from the microorganisms that are going to invade our physical body. Then if there's somebody out there that's an entrepreneur, go on, take it. I'm breaking out and I never do. Yeah, Megan says that's what she's doing. Well, it is a sign of the times. I think we have to, I've heard from folks who have got the first round of shots, and everything seems to be fine and dandy. And a few days later, a week later, there's an issue. There's always issues in our tissues, and what I will say to that is the body is incredibly intelligent. and so intelligent and knows how to heal itself. You know, when your skin gets chapped, your lips get chapped, you've got a bit of a paper cut. At the time it happens, and for maybe a few hours, maybe a day or two later, there isn't any sort of, it's okay. You put a band-aid on it, and then the next phase of it that happens is there is a little discomfort, there's a little pain, there's a little annoyance. It's where the body is actually healing itself, trying to heal itself, and it needs to be, it needs to rest, it needs to just ease up a little bit. um, with these brilliant scientists that are putting together something that's literally going to save us, um, the body's going to find a way of working its way out, which sort of brings me to a bit about this joy and bliss and following it. Um, if you love your body and you love this life that we've got, that's kind of following the joy and compassion. Find foods. Now, there's comfort food. That I was a guilty party of comfort food, chucking down all that high fat, high fried stuff that I felt like made me feel good. Um, and then there's good food. And I think your body at some point will tell you that it wants good food. It wants the food that nourishes. And I know the difference between when I put something in my body that it isn't getting anything from it, it's empty calories, oh, it wants more. And it's never enough. But when I feed myself food that it can use, I'm not anywhere near hungry. It took me a while to get used to all that. I'm not saying that, I did the 3 or 4 day detoxes, the fruit cleansing, got the headaches and all this. I'll do that about every quarter. I'll put myself on, not like one time I did it for a week. That was quite a lot. But maybe a couple of days, 24 to 48 hours of very light foods that sustain my body, but also give my digestive system a complete rest from digesting, coming up with, especially if there's some nervousness going on or there is some emotional stuff happening. There's two ways of going. We want to go to the stuff that we've known before that make us feel better: cigarettes, alcohol, all that stuff. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that's what we remember when we want to feel good. Or there is, let me just, drink teas, eat fruit. My favorite new habit, which at first was, I don't know if I like this, was the hot lemon in the morning with honey. At first, it was, I don't know if I can do this. It was holding my nose and drinking it. Now, I kind of like the way my skin feels. I like the way my body's clearing up, all of those things, just by drinking that lemon water in the morning. It helps me get over the resistance. Is just this ego thing kicking in again. And I feel like I'm going off on a tangent, which I am. I've got a lovely little angel that sits here, and it's like this, not that so much that thumping noise, but it feels like a bit of a poke. You've got to get on with the message. So, joy and contentment, follow your bliss, and the bliss will find you. It will. Be the light that other people follow. Be that. We're going to go through ebbs and flows. It's going to do this. And when you get into the ditch, okay, I've in the ditch, and the climb back up out is a bit tough. Well, that's all right. Turn the boat around, wait for a sunny day, and swim through. What's today's message? 16th is the answer might be right in front of you. Melody Beatty says when she wrote this, it was late at night. I just pulled into Chimayo, New Mexico. I think they say Chimayo. Chimayo. The streets were poorly lit. Addresses and signs were difficult to see. I'd been driving around for what seemed like hours looking for an address. And finally, in desperation, I stopped the car, got out, and flagged someone down. A man stopped, but said he couldn't help me. I was at my wit's end. I turned around staring frantically at the mailbox in front of me. To my surprise, I was right where I wanted to go. How often do we wave our hands in panic and despair, certain that the answer, the insight, the piece of information we need will never come? Yet often the answer we're seeking is right in front of us. There's a part of us, our heart, that knows where we're going, knows what we need, knows what the next step is. Our heart will lead us on. Our soul will move us forward. Our instincts will take us home, like a radar signal, beaming us to safety. Feel your panic, feel your frustration, but keep your eyes on and your heart open. The answer may be closer than you think. Maybe it's right in front of you. Oh, yes. Well, if you learn anything, you know anything. Frustration, anger, panic doesn't feel good, but there's the balance. And that brings me to balance, desire, and belief to get to expectation. If you expect something to happen and you don't have any balance in your life, you're expecting joy and you're experiencing the opposite, fear, sadness, the emotional, but you're looking for joy, but it's not there. Likely there's something right in front of you that's taking it away. And we can so get in the habit of judgment. So for me, when I'm looking for joy, I have to move judgment out the way. Joy is behind the judgment. Other people's joy is not ours, it's theirs. Yet we sometimes judge people because they've got joyful things going on and we don't. What about me? When's it going to be my turn? When am I going to get this? How come they've got that? That's the judgment. Because that's their joy they're following. That's their bliss that they have. That's their beauty that they need to get. Yours is right in front of you, but you're so busy coveting other people's, you can't see it. And then when you genuinely feel it, and I'm not talking about the feeling of saying, well done, good for you, but you're on the back foot saying, yeah, really, right? Yeah, no. That's not being genuinely happy for somebody. But when you get to that point where you're like, well, that's incredible. That looks amazing. And you should so follow that and feel it. Be happy for them. Then oh, that's joyful too. Have you ever felt joyful when somebody has struggled, that lands on something so brilliant and so amazing and so wonderful? And the even bigger gift is when you're the one that inspired them to get what it was that they went to get. And they wouldn't have done it had you not said, go, just do it. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. All right, it's time to meditate. I'm going to take my glasses off. I don't do very well with contacts. I think it's a question of having things stuck on my physical body. I want to feel open. So close your eyes and just you can take a breath in and out and just get situated. Get your spine situated. Get your shoulders. In yoga we talk that the shoulders live on the back, so you go up, back, down, and that creates a nice open heart. And heart is where everything is open to and from. For this morning, allow your heart and your upper chakras, the crown chakra, your third eye chakra, and your throat, that's 7, 6, and 5, and 4, which is your heart here. You can open up 3 if you want to. Those are the lower extremities, more of the physical. We're now working with the spiritual energy centers. Just focus on a breath. As you breathe in, send that energy into all the little areas, pockets, cells, veins, arteries. Breathe in the clean air into the fascia, the tissues, everywhere that you know could use the energy. Now bring your mind to the soles of your feet and work your way up your body. And find a soft rhythmic breath. Now that I'm settled, I'm going to give you the prayer of protection. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting and removing the unnecessary ties that bind us to people, places, situations, stories, drama, and anything we no longer need or want, or gets in the way of serving our purpose. And thank you for cutting these binds right now. I declare that I am safe and free. I lift the weight of the world off my shoulders. You can say to yourself or repeat after me, I am the keeper of my mind, my heart, and my body. Wherever love is, fear is a stranger, and love is here within me. And so it is. Allow yourself to breathe in this beautiful white golden light that's coming towards you. Allow the light to come down from way above the stratosphere. You can see and picture this light any way you want to. It can appear like visible breath from the Creator. It can seem like a soft rain of love and joy and bliss and happiness. Allow it to appear to you and show you the images that you recognize. Let yourself surround your entire physical body and extend it out. as you are now encased in this beautiful sphere of love, of bliss, of protection, you can say to yourself, or you can repeat after me, thank you, angels, spirits and higher ones, for showing me who you are. And revealing to me what I need to know. I am open to listen and to receive. And so it is. And keep the softness of your breath ushering in and out. Open up your third eye center. The area right in the middle of your eyebrow, your portal to seeing your soul, and as if you're watching a movie or a hologram, see a screen in front of you with no frame. Let yourself settle into whatever vision is presented to you. And if you're getting no image, then ask your guardian angel to step forward. Thank you for stepping forward. Thank you for revealing to me at this time what's best for me to know. Know that this angel guide will appear to you in a way that you can recognize and only you can recognize. You're perfectly safe and perfectly grounded. You find your mind and your thoughts disappearing, being distracted. Bring yourself back to your breath, the physical placement of your feet, and the groundedness of your hands. Let the soles of your feet, the openness of your palms, the crown of your head be the physical aspects or the physical points that keep you in the present moment. Let the power of this meditation, of this connection to your soul, extend longer You are connected to the bridge that keeps you in physical plane and connects you to spirit world. And right now, in this present moment, you are seated between both worlds. You have the unique access Keep yourself open to joy, contentment. And keep the channels open to your guardian angel and all the spirits as you bring your hands to heart center. Make a declaration this morning, an affirmation. Say, I am joy, I am abundance, I am balanced, I am successful, I am healthy, I am love, I am light, or anything and everything that you are, that you know yourself to be. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, and together we bow and say Namaste. The light in me, the love in me, honors every one of you. As we open ourselves up to the various energies that are happening in the world, finding the joy and the contentment, that's what we are being encouraged to follow. Know that the opposite's going to show up, because that's how we find balance. All right, lots of love to you on this Tuesday, and I look forward to being back here tomorrow and doing some more. All right, bye.